August 25th, 2020. This article is by the Herald News, written by James Cookstis. Man faces 40 charges of raping, kidnapping, attempt to murder women. Of raping, kidnapping, and attempting to murder women. A dangerous hurting was held for Patrick Taylor. With his cross on his shirt. Okay. Plymouth. A 41-year-old man who police say physically, emotionally, and sexually abused women he was dating over the course of several years was deemed a danger to the public by a judge this week. All right, there is a plane flying over. I'm going to go ahead and let it pass over. All right, that's enough. Plymouth. A 41-year-old man who police say physically, emotionally, and sexually abused women he was dating over the course of several years was deemed a danger to the public by a judge this week and will be held without bail as he awaits trial. Wait a minute. This is already sounding suspect. Let's continue. Matthew Taylor, formerly of 109 Damon's Point Road in Marshfield. Is that his address? Was arrested last week and charged with 40 separate offenses, including attempted murder, rape, and kidnapping. Assistant District Attorney Carolyn Blackwood outlined what she called Taylor's history of past manipulative behavior at a Plymouth District Court hearing Monday, and Judge John Canavan deemed him too dangerous to be released on bail. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm trying, you guys. He is due back in court on Thursday, February the 27th. Taylor was arrested after a police investigation into what his accuser described as months of emotional and physical abuse toward her and a child. She told police that she became aware that Taylor was monitoring her on a home video recording system in 2017. Okay, that's about all I can stand. I have to say something. Taylor was arrested after a police investigation into what his accuser described as months of emotional and physical abuse toward her and her child. Why didn't you leave? If he was, for months, he abused you and your child, why didn't you get the hell away from him? She told police that she became aware that Taylor was monitoring her on a home video recording system in 2017. Let's keep going. The video recordings led to beatings and sexual assaults, according to a police report filed with the court. In some instances, the accuser said Taylor trapped her in a room for hours at a time. Police said Taylor choked her in November and forced the woman to transfer $197,000 to his bank account as a way to control her. Wait just a minute. What does any of this mean? Was she locked in the basement? Was she somewhere tied up and no one knew where she was? Where did she get almost $200,000 to transfer into his bank account? He choked you. I'm trying to stick to the article, people. Taylor repeatedly threatened her, putting her in a constant state of fear, according to prosecutors said. Is this article real? Marshfield Police Officer William Berger and Detective Kim Jones testified at the dangerousness hearing. I never even heard of a dangerousness hearing Monday, outlining their investigation into Taylor, which included interviews with family members, friends of the victim, and one of his ex-girlfriends who told police she had experienced similar behavior from him when they dated from 2002 through 2006. Now, this article was just published February the 4th, 2020. Do you see how there's always some underlying apparatus? Let's stick to the article. Okay. She reports multiple incidents of physical and mental abuse, Blackwood said. She reports that while living in her own home, she is being constantly under surveillance. She has been videotaped. She has been audio recorded. She lives constantly in fear to even take a bath in her own bathroom. for fear that she will be recorded in some way, shape, or form. Why don't you tear down the cameras? Get the shit out of your house, sweetheart. It's your house. You have $200,000 laying around in an account, and you mean to tell me you can't get this shit under control? Unbelievable. I'm going to try to continue. Authorities have not located recordings, that's no surprise to me, but seized a cell phone and computer matching the description of Taylor's after a search warrant was executed at the Damon's Point Road home. The victim also told officers that Taylor forced sex on her. How did he even get into your house? She's been forced to have sex, perhaps not at gunpoint, perhaps not with a knife to her throat, perhaps not having been held down, but certainly within a certain amount of fear that if she fails to do what he tells her to do or asks her to do, the repercussions and consequences could be far worse. The victim was granted a restraining order against Taylor in December, but police say they found 2 pieces of tracking technology in her vehicle that authorities say Taylor used to find her after the restraining order was issued. Let me go over this again. I'm only doing this so you guys are able to see what you're reading, to read behind the lines. They're trying to make this woman be some type of major victim. She lives in her own house. She has her own child, yet she allows this man to come to her house at random times, force her to have sex. He supposedly videotapes her. Now he's forcing her to have sex. However, he's not forcing her with a gun. He's not forcing her with a knife. He's not forcing her with holding her down, forcing her to be held down. What the hell is he using to force you into sexual intercourse? I mean, he's not even holding you down? Listen, you guys, I'm not a woman, I'm a man. I've never been raped, okay? I don't ever want to be raped. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in women being raped. I hate people raping women. I think it's disgusting. But I'm also tired of women playing the victim card all the damn time. Something here doesn't make any sense. The only way that I've ever heard or known of a rape occurring is by a weapon, a gun, a knife, hell, a metal pipe, a pole, something, a paring knife, a Friska scissors, something, a woman being held down, a woman being given chloroform. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. None of this is happening. You're not being held down by force. What are you talking about? How is he forcing sex on you? Moving on. This is an extremely disturbing case. It's disturbing, all right, because it doesn't make any damn sense. Marshville Police Chief Phil Tavares said the safety of the victim is paramount. What safety? She lives in her own home. She's letting this man in her house. How is he coming in? Taylor faces 40 charges, 1 count of attempted murder, 2 counts of rape, 4 counts of kidnapping, 12 counts of assault and battery on a family or a household member, 3 counts of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, 2 counts of indecent assault and battery on a person over 14. That means the person could be 70 years old. When they say over 14, 2 counts of indecent exposure, 2 counts of reckless endangerment of a child, 8 counts of threats to commit crimes, 1 count of extortion by threat of injury, 1 count of intimidation of a witness, juror, police, or court official, 1 count of unlawful wiretapping, and 1 count of strangulation or suffocation. Wait just a minute. Are you telling me that all 40 of these charges are for one female? Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where are the victims? Where are the victims at? You mean to tell me he has 40 charges based on... this sounds like they're in a relationship. It sounds like to me that this girl is related to the police chief, or she's related to some police officers. This is all contrived. This isn't real. Let's continue on. I'm so glad it's over. I'm so glad it's over. Oh, I'm so glad. I can hardly take anymore. Now, I just read that article. Not one span of 60 seconds made sense. Not one saying 40 charges for one person. How does someone force you without a gun, without a weapon, to put $200,000 into their account? How do they keep getting into your house to videotape you and record you? How do they keep getting into your garage? I've been in Connecticut. How do they keep getting into your garage to put tracking devices on your car? Why do they always have access to your children? Why are you always being abused over and over by this one man? Change the locks. Move. You have $200,000 laying around. This article doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? And I know the Herald News. Listen. Moving forward. Let's go ahead and close this out. This was a complete waste of time. This was 10 minutes and 30 seconds of my time wasted. All right, you guys, let me know what you think about this article. Sorry if I wasted your time. But you see how a lot of these major media channels and articles are positioning things to you in a certain light that's completely false and prevaricated. It's always prefabricated most of the time. I'm just trying to show you guys what's really going on here. All right, take it easy.